put my phone right here. It may be laggy. I don't know. We're gonna have to just test this out and see how it does. It's a new place here. Big place. Railroads all over the place and stuff. See there? Nice weather. Well, pretty nice. It's a little cool. It's a little windy, but it's pretty nice too. We'll see. When I go in here, they may tell me to shut the camera off. I don't know. So just in case they do, don't wonder why it goes off if it does go off. We'll find out when I get in here. I'm gonna try to get all the footage I can. I like these lives because I don't worry about taking up all the space. They go straight to YouTube. Big place here. I don't know if this is even their outdoor. Obviously not. See, that's part of what you where to go. This is gotta look around and find where to go. See, there's a door, there's a door. This building's huge. I may have to, that's GM, so that shouldn't be it. I might have to walk and try to find it. Is it lagging out? I'm at the right building. I'm guessing those docks right there is where I gotta go. There's a door. Let's go check. It's my least favorite part. One of my least favorite parts is this stuff. There's a forklift driver. I'm at 401, I think, the building. There's building 501. This is truck in here. Where in the world is the entrance? There it is. Hello.
Oh, there you are.
How you doing, buddy?
Not too bad.
Am I at the right place?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's building 401.
Okay,
Yep.
gotcha.
Yep. You got a, did they give you a packing list for me to put on the back, or did you throw it on the back of the truck?
Oh, yes, they did. I'll get it.
Okay.
I'll get it. I'm sorry about
this
that.
one's yours to keep, and then the
Okay.
packing list I'll put on the back of the trailer.
Put it. You want me to go get that right now? Bring that to you then?
You just throw it in the trailer, and
Okay.
then when you pick up, I'll just grab it off the floor.
Is there, you want me to go ahead and back up now?
Yeah. 209.
209
Yep.
and the tandem's back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So much, sir.
Yep, no problem, buddy.
Appreciate it. What did he say, 209? See, I about forget that walking away from him. That's how bad my memory is. 209, I think you said. All right. Well, this is easy. Look, it's live, and I'll probably make this back and hard. And it's pretty much a straight line back. Now I'm pressured. There may not be anybody watching right now. I don't know, because I can't really check when I've got just my GoPro. I can't see comments or nothing, so I'm just kind of doing this live and showing you what I'm doing. I got to move those back. Go ahead and do that, because I got plenty of space. What do you say about that slip? Put that slip in the back. Where is that slip that he was talking about? Somewhere in here. Truck's kind of a mess too. Right there, I think. That thing. I think that. Yeah, this thing. I go on and put that back there. Hey. That's gonna fly out, isn't it? Right there, maybe. Put it in that. See that thing there? He was looking right at the camera. I got a headset on too, so you should be able to. I can hear myself breathing with this headset, because the mic's right there by my mouth. Mike gave me this headset. It's awesome. While I'm driving down the road, I can listen to videos and talk on the phone and everything. This should be a pretty easy packing, but I don't know for sure. I mean, for a noob like me, it should be pretty easy though. Just gonna have to watch because there's a road I gotta cross to get back there. The hazard zone. I got those tandems back. I'm not really used to backing it with the tandems back like that. Excuses either. It's not backing either, so I'm decent, I guess. So we're definitely way off there. I can hear the video playing, like when I'm talking ahead of what you're actually hearing myself and my mic right now. It's lagging. Sounds like it's lagging. I don't know that there's a lot I can do about that unless maybe I get a different phone provider, phone service provider. All right, that looks pretty good. Yep, that looks pretty good right there, actually. Ooh, I'm already touching it. I didn't realize it was that close. I think we're close, but may need to go that way a little more. Let's go back there and check. Well, I'm touching right there, so I'm just gonna go check. Maybe way off. We're gonna find out. Oh no, I didn't put my tandems back. I gotta move them. Let me tell him. Hey sir, I forgot to get my tandems. I'll get them right now.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
All right, no problem.
Do I need to come more this way?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, get it on this bumper here.
I'll move the tandems and then get that way a little bit more.
All right, that'll work.
Thank you. Yeah, I completely forgot the tandems. Told you, my memory. Hey, hey, hey. Live. And here we got a Schneider guy coming. I'll let him go on. So I need to go that way a little more. I was trying to make excuses with the tandems and they weren't even back, so I can't even use them as an excuse. All right, there we go. We got them moving. Go and lock them real quick. Schneider, look at him. He thinks he's something. Just kidding. He's driving with his tandems back. It seems like people with them containers do that. I need to go more that way, I think. Yeah, I need to go that way a little more. Get those tandems locked. There they went. Just locked them. But I'm gonna go forward a little more because I need to go that way a little bit. So I'm gonna pull my tandems that way. A little more. Alright, that may do it. No, that might be too much, Dylan. Quarter turns, that's what that guy kept telling me. Quarter turns, a little goes a long way. But I'm going for it right there. I think we're pretty good right there, actually. Got a vehicle over here. Pressure, pressure, feeling the pressure. He was friendly, he waved and stuff. Sorry buddy, I'm a noob. All right, I think we're good now. Let's go check though and make sure. And then we're good. And then we just gotta let them load it. Now I gotta take that to Home Depot. I think we're good. I think we're good. Got the tandems back now. Oh yeah, we're good. Yep. Right where we needed it. Yep. That good, sir?
Yep, that'll work.
All right, thank you. Guy's friendly. I may do some band workouts while I got some time live. I don't even know how to use those things. I've never used band workout. Those bands to workout with before. I'm gonna go and shut this off. Loading complete is the next thing. No, I want to try those bands out. Look right here. I think you stand on it, and some of them are different than others. You can do curls with it, I think. Yep. Oh yeah, that definitely worked. You can tell that would work. But I'm not gonna do it on camera. I just wanted to see what it was like. That's really cool. He gave me that, and it came with a bunch more too of bands. And then there's a handle, so you can do a lot of workouts like that. Crushed my finger the other day. One of those trucks, the landing gear. I'm gonna walk. It's nice here. This is a big yard here. When you go to these new places like this, I'm gonna get out of the road before I get ran over. When you go to these new places, it's hard to find your way sometimes. Like I went way down to a building, way down that way, and they told me to come to this building. So they have numerous buildings and everything. What I did when I came in, I went over there and pulled right up to here, so I had plenty of room. That was an easy back, and I made it look harder than it was. Look, you can tell people's done been mowing this year, it looks like. I'm ready to start mowing. So I'm taking this load. They're loading it up right now, and then I'm taking it to Home Depot in Ohio here as well. I'm in Ohio, and so I'm not sure where I'm going after that one. Tomorrow's my day home, is the day I go home. Hopefully this thing ain't lagging. I can't really tell. Actually, I think I can look at my phone and see it live myself right now. Let me see what it looks like. Looks like it's lagging. Yeah, look how cloudy it is out here. My wife is telling me she thought there was like tornado warnings or something yesterday. So right now at this point, like when you get somewhere, for those that don't know, I mean, some of you guys are veterans and been doing it for a while, so you know a lot better than I do. But for those that don't know, like right now, I'm picking up a load. So I'm at the shipper. And this is what you do. You go in, you find the entrance, you talk to them, and then they dock you. And sometimes you'll sit there for hours waiting to get on dock. Sometimes you'll get in quick. Like this time I got in very fast. And then sometimes you'll get on the dock and sit there for hours like I did yesterday. And what you do at this point is you wait on them to, actually on my computer I need to put it on load right now. Like he told me, log it as you go. So I need to go here, yeah, because I'm in yard move, but I need to go on duty and load right there. Click load. This company that sent me this thing is sending me 2 more things. Look at this thing he gave me. Mike sent me. Look, there's the power thing on it right there. Then it's got 3 power buttons here, 3 outlets there, and 2 outlets there for USB. So that's awesome. This is awesome. I'm gonna start using this thing every day probably. This right here, I'll start doing that because there ain't room to do push-ups in here. I do push-ups, but there ain't. There's another mount he gave me right there. So I've been putting my iPhone. I definitely like iPhone better myself. I know people are different, but I like iPhone so much better. That's my old iPhone. If the mic wasn't tore up on it, that'd be my main phone right now, because I definitely like it better. But he gave me this big cushion too. I showed this already. This big cushion, that's very, very handy. And then he gave me a pair of these gloves. He gave me these to cut seals with, the metal seals. Oh yeah, nobody's heard about this yet. Let me turn this thing around and put it on the mount. That's what I'll do instead of putting. They're loading me right now, so I should be in and out pretty quick here. I'm the only one here, so put you on the tripod there. Tell you a little story about something that happened last night. Last night I was at that Oasis where I did a live at last night, and I heard somebody knocking on my window. It was like at 12 o'clock at night. Let me close this door. And I was thinking, what in the world? Who is that? Surely that ain't the cops again, because I'm in a legal spot. And it was a guy that was parked next to me, trucker parked next to me, and he had a broken seal in his hand, and he said, some guys broke into my trailer, and he said, your seal is broke. I think they got in yours too. And sure enough, they did. So they broke into my trailer, his trailer, and like 4 other guys, I think, maybe more than that. And they got in my trailer, because I didn't have a lock on it like a dummy. So I learned, that's why I said I usually learn the hard way, or just kind of the goofy way. So I'll probably try to avoid staying at those Oasis, which I don't mind to stop at them, but I definitely want, from now on, I want to have a lock on there. And so I called a fleet manager, mine wasn't there, and I told them about what happened, because they didn't take anything out of mine. Not that I could tell, they didn't take anything. It was, I think I just had food, and most of my pallets were way up in there, but the seal was broken laying on the ground, and one of my doors on the top wasn't latched on top, and I know I locked it. So they definitely broke into it. And the guy next to me said that he actually watched them. Break into the truck in front of him. 2 guys with masks on. He's seen it happen. And while me and him were standing back there talking, and I was checking my trailer over, the cop car pulled up, or an SUV, and he came up and talked to me, and I explained what happened and everything. And he said, do you need to file a report? And I said, no. I said, I mean, he says anything missing? I said, no, they didn't take anything on mine from what I can tell, because I looked over the pallets. But I seen the guy in front of the guy beside me, and he opened his door, and his pallets were back near the back. And you could tell they ripped the plastic open, and he had boxes, and they ripped one of those boxes open to see what was in it. And I think he said it was cheese, so they didn't mess with it. They didn't bother. But I just thought I was near Chicago, and from what I hear, crime is bad in Chicago. But that cop told me, he said, yeah, don't sleep at these places. He said, don't sleep here. He said, this happens every night. He said, I've chased guys from here before, and they've ran my vehicle and everything. So, I mean, just crazy people with the stuff that's going on. Hopefully they find those guys and put them in jail where they belong. Going out stealing from people, trying to make honest living instead of going out and working. That's ridiculous, ain't it? It's a shame. But yeah, that was an experience. He woke me up, and I almost thought the trucker was trying to trick me and was going to hit me in the head with something. I was like, maybe he's trying to rob me. I was like, this is weird. And I went back there, and no, he was telling the truth, because it wasn't just me, it was other truckers too. And some of them filed reports. They knew what their vehicle looked like and everything, so hopefully they find them. Crime like that doesn't need to go unpunished. It needs to be punished. People need to pay the consequences for doing things like that. And they will. They will. You reap what you sow. But yeah, they didn't wake me up at all, but I guess he told me what woke him up was he felt his truck shaking. So they must have got way up in his truck and been looking through it. If they did that in mine, I didn't feel it at all. Like I heard the knock as soon as he knocked and it woke me up. And then I got back up around 3 this morning. Got back up around 3. And I forgot I had that on tripod. I was thinking it was still there. I got up around 3 and I've been going ever since. I've got 305 miles right now and I've still got quite a bit of drive time, so still got a red light. They're loading me, but he's loading it quick. He's loading it quick. You'll have a light on your right side, you know, which is your blind side over there, and then a light on this side too. And you always want to look at the light on the side that you can actually see good on. And so it's red right now. Like that one over there is green. So if you got them confused, you might would take off when they're still in there, which this trailer's shaking and everything, so I know they're loading it, but they're doing it fast. So I'm going from here to London, Ohio is where I'm stopping next, and I'm stopping there to fuel, it looks like, in London, Ohio. And then from there I'm going to Monroe, Ohio. That appointment is at 5:25. So that may be my last stop for the day by the time, because I've not got that many hours left. Because like I said, I started driving around a little bit before 4 a.m. I got up at like 3, but I started driving around 4, a little before 4, I think. So let's see. Yeah, that's probably about all I've got. Yeah, I've got 4 hours and 49 minutes of on-duty time left, so I've not got a whole lot of time left, you know. I should be able to do the fuel stop and then get to that place, because the fuel stop is like 50-some miles from here, and then it's like 70 more miles to that place, which is a Home Depot, and they said they're time sensitive, so I need to try to do my best to make sure I make it on time to that. They've been sending me loads here recently, like since I got this new fleet manager, and I asked them about it today, that are impossible to make, some of them. Like they're giving me times that they want me to be there, and it's impossible times to even get there. The other day they sent me a time to be at, you know, at a place, I can't remember if I was loading or unloading, but I think I was unloading. But like the time they were wanting me to get there was 2 hours before my 10-hour reset was even done. So I couldn't even start driving till 2 hours after that time. I couldn't even start going that way. And so I asked them today about that. I said, what's going on with these times? I said, you all keep giving me times that are impossible to meet. And I was messaging on here, and I said, you know, is that a computer that does that, or is that you all? And she made it sound like it was a computer. I've got the messages on here somewhere. Or I took it that way. Maybe she said the planners, which is the people. And then she ended up calling me, and she said it is people that do it. And I said, well, I don't know what's changed since my last fleet manager, you know. Me and him butted heads a little bit, but he was good about the times, you know, the timing it right. And she said, well, now you're on your own. And I said, so it's different. And I said, what do you mean? I said, I was on my own when I had him. She said, well, you're done with phase 3 now. And I said, well, does that change anything at all? And she said, not really, or something like that. But it just seems like whoever the planners are giving me unreasonable times, honestly. Not trying to complain, I'm just telling the truth. And when I talked to Mike yesterday, the guy that I met, really friendly guy, he said the same thing, that he kind of, and he had Amanda Pond, which it was my first fleet manager, and she was great. And he said the same thing, she was great. So me and him both had Amanda. These other two that I've had, he didn't have them, but he said he did have a woman that he butted heads with. That would just kind of not very helpful, and the same thing, giving him times that he couldn't reach, you know. So that's a big downfall in trucking, really, is dealing with fleet managers and just having to go by whatever they say, you know. And things that are just out of your control. I'm so used to, you know, the last 5 years, everything pretty much being in my control. Like if I didn't want to work for somebody, I wouldn't. If I wanted to work harder that day and then take 2 days off, I could. And so coming back into something to where it's all so much is out of my control, it's hard for me to deal with, honestly. It really is. It's for me personally, it's hard to deal with. Before I even had my own business, it was hard to deal with it sometimes, because, you know, you may push a pace or something, and then things that are out of your control completely, you know, take your gains away from you in a way. or maybe not take them away, but maybe make it to where you don't get as good of gains as you were planning to. And I'm not trying to sound ungrateful. I'm thankful. I'm thankful for what I've got. Got some people pulling in here now. What was that? Some kind of equipment van pulled in a truck. I'm wondering what kind of truck I'm getting me next. We're about to get us a third row seat SUV, I believe. But then I would like to just get an old truck, you know, to get wood in and stuff. And I'm thinking about setting up some like those firewood stands at home there, and having a bunch of wood stocked. You know, I've got a little bit stocked already there. Maybe a cord, maybe one full cord or something, not that much. I'd like to get some wood in though, and I plan to make some more trips out in the woods too though. I think I'm gonna just try to find me like a second or third generation Dodge Ram again, and just quit loading so much in it, 4-wheel drive, and then later on get me a dump truck, or even a 3/4 ton, 1 ton, and put a dump insert in it, because I do miss firewood a lot. This weekend when I go home, I may try to get split some. Like I said, there's a place right down the road from me, and they've got all kinds of wood there. I can't see any comments if anybody's on there right now. I don't know if anybody is this time of day or not, but I can't really see anything on it, honestly, right now. I probably won't stay much longer anyways. I just wanted to kind of show what I was doing, but right now, at this point, you kind of just sit here. So like at a moment like this is a good time for me to call my wife and kids. If you're a trucker, it's a good time for you to use the bathroom, for you to get something to eat, for you to maybe clean your truck up a little bit. I need to change my trash, it's full. It's time for you to try to maybe get some stuff done, or go back there and rest. I never do that really, unless I'm editing a video. I may lay back there and edit it. I don't really like naps too much myself. I like mainly doing it or sleeping at nighttime. I don't know why, but every time I take a nap, I always feel like something has went wrong while I was sleeping. I don't know why, I've kind of always been that way. This thing is throwing me off because I can hear myself talking in this while I'm talking right now, but it's like 20 seconds behind what I'm saying right now. Like I'm hearing what I said 20 seconds ago around that on here right now. So it's making it hard to focus. It's a nice Ford F-150. I'll be glad to go home tomorrow. It's such a happy moment when you get home, to go home. It really is. I'll be so glad to see my kids. I talked to my wife earlier on the phone on that Meet, Google Meet, seen my little girl, and I showed her a little unicorn thing I got her. It seemed like she liked it. It had a button on it where you can push it and it makes sounds too. I didn't even realize that. Man, it's gonna be spring soon too. All these trees are gonna be covered in leaves soon. All this rain, you know, that we've been getting, it's gonna cause everything to grow. I'm looking forward to mowing, actually. I love mowing. I'm looking forward to it. I'm thinking about bringing Angel with me, my dog from home. I've had her for about 5 or 6 years now, since she was a puppy. I'm thinking of bringing her with me because I think she would really like to get out. She's really close to me, Angel. She's close to my wife and kid too, but not like she is me. She's really close to me. So I may bring her with me some. I know she'll shed though. I may have to try to do something to like comb her out or whatever, so she doesn't shed so bad. But yeah, I'll probably end this soon because at this point there isn't really much more to do. But this is what you got to expect if you're going to pick up a load. You know, this is a pickup right here. So what they call this is the shipper, and then the consignee is who is receiving it, what you're shipping. So I guess home improvement will be the consignee. I went to a Lowe's too before I came here, and that's where I dropped one load off at. I did a drop and hook there at a Lowe's. It was the one that I picked up yesterday where I met Mike at in Chicago. That is throwing me off big time, hearing myself talk the whole time. I'm hearing myself talk the whole time I'm doing that. Here comes another guy. It looks like he's going on though. Their light's still red. But yeah, I'll try to do them every now and then while I'm doing stuff. So from here, all I'm going to do now is drive to the gas station, and there I'll fuel, you know, up, and then after that I'll just head on to probably the last place I'm going for the day, honestly. And I'll drop off there, and then I'll probably seems like they're trying to keep me close to home too right now, because they know I'm going home tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday. Usually I go home today, Friday, but I guess from now on I'll be going home Saturday, so I'll see how that works out. He said he thought that would help my loads for some reason. I kind of like having that Monday off too, though, a little part of it anyways, because I'm not planning to go back till Monday evening if I get home tomorrow evening, you know, because I'm going to take my 48 hours from now on. I plan to. Like, I'm not asking permission. I'm taking my 48 hours. That's what regional is. I'm taking my 48 hours. I haven't been taking it because I keep saying, well, it'll be hard to get you a load. Okay, well, if that's the case, that's on you all. I'm still getting my 48 hours from now on. It just doesn't feel like long at all, you know, already with my wife and kids. And I'm not trying to complain, but if I'm going to get 48 hours at least, I'm taking it. I'm taking my 48 hours, because you got to think your sleep time is in there as well. And I also didn't know that regional wasn't all day Saturday and Sunday before. I guess that's dedicated. They definitely have dedicated routes here in Ohio with rail, because when the place I was at earlier, the Lowe's distribution center, they had all kinds of local guys that were in day cabs, and they had lots of rail trailers. Almost all their trailers there were rail, and they all said dedicated only, and I've never seen those before that I realized. So they must have a lot of dedicated routes in Ohio and Nebraska, where my trainer was from. I wish they had a dedicated route in Kentucky. That's what I like, really, is I'm fine with going different places. I like that, but I like knowing my schedule too. I don't like wondering about my schedule, whether I'm gonna be off this day or this time, which I guess trucking, that's just part of it. But if you can get a dedicated route, I think it's a lot more, you know, a set time that you get to keep. But anyways, I guess I'm gonna get off here, and I'll probably call my wife, talk to her for a little bit before I gotta go. And I'm loving this thing. This headset's awesome. He gave me this, and like when I pull this thing up, the mic, it automatically mutes itself. I can hear it in my ear, and it says mic muted. Then when I pull it back down, I can't remember what it says, but it lets you know the mic is on at that point. I talked to my wife on it earlier, and you know, you can drive while you're doing that. I've got in trouble a little bit too, because they sent me some videos earlier, and I already knew what it was because my trainer told me about this, and I pretty much knew. And I got something from my fleet manager, and she said, I've got 2 videos I want you to watch. And when I watched them, it was me. And that camera activated, like a vehicle got in front of me and slowed down a lot, and I beat my horn at them. And they got me on. Somehow that camera activated doing that. I don't know if it was a hard break, or I don't know if they looked through it. I don't know. I think they just looked through that camera randomly, honestly. But they showed me 2 different occasions on things they didn't like me doing. And I didn't say anything back, but what they're doing is telling you they don't want you to keep doing that. Because my fleet manager said he kept setting that distance alarm off, you know, and I've set that off a whole lot. Every day I set it off. But when you get close to them, you know, or if they pull in front of you and slow down, it'll activate that, and it'll kick that camera, if I'm not mistaken. And because my trainer told me that they sent him videos of him doing that, and I guess they kept getting on to him for it, and I eventually told him something was gonna happen if he didn't stop doing it. I can't remember what they said, if he was gonna get a decrease in pay or what. I'm not positive I'm staying with rail this whole time, honestly. I'm not positive. And I ain't trying to dissuade anybody from it. I'm just not positive I'm going to. Really, what I'm doing right now, I'm getting my experience and making money. And the experience is more valuable to me right now, almost than the money. They're both very valuable, because I gotta take care of my family, you know, and stuff. But that experience is very valuable too. So I'd really like to get at least a year of experience, because when I looked into other places, lots of them required a year. But now after I do, or maybe before I do the contract, do a year, then go on and do local, you know. Things go with my fleet manager, that, and just the job, you know. I mean, the job is fine. It's just the things they expect you to do in the job. Depends on how that, because I've kind of pushed back against them quite a bit, honestly, and I don't want to have to keep doing that. I really don't. Like they said something about I completely lost my train of thought because I'm hearing this right now. Completely lost that. I had a point I was wanting to make, but I completely lost it. I think he's about done loading me. But to see if that's the case, that was pretty quick. Sometimes you get in quick and out quick, and sometimes you don't. Seems like here, I mean, he started quick here. Sometimes you'll sit, like yesterday where I went, it took them 2 hours before they even started unloading me. 2 hours, or loading me. 2 hours before they even started loading me. But here, pretty much, like, as soon as you seen when I backed up to the dock, within 10 minutes he was already in the trailer. So that's what I like to see. Which there's nobody here right now either. And then some of them, even when there's not a lot of people, the people there are just very unprofessional. It seems like they just don't get in a hurry. Like that place where I said 16 hours, you know. But yeah, like I said earlier, I'm not positive I'm staying with Rail. I'd really like to at least get a year of experience over the road, because lots of the other companies I looked into wanted that. They wanted a CDLA, which I have, but they also wanted a year of experience over the road, which I'm doing. From what Rail told me, like different people saying different things about over the road, but the way Rail says it anyways is regional and national are both over the road. You know, dedicated where you're home every day, you're not over the road, you're home every day. Or local, either one of those, you're home every day. You don't have a sleeper on your truck like this. You have a day cab. But as far as national and regional, the way Rail says it anyways, that's they're both over the road. Because they even told me when I started with the Rail, the woman said on the phone, she said, "Are you okay with being an over the road truck driver? Because that's what you got to do in order to do our program." And I said, yeah, you know, until I do the contract. But some people I talked to were saying different things. So I'm not sure which one's right. But according to Rail anyways, national and regional both are over the road. So I'm getting over the road experience according to them right now. And I'd really like to at least get a year of that. And if I do a year, you know, I may as well finish my contract. What me and Mike were talking about yesterday. I'd like to finish my contract as well. Like I said, I just don't want to have to keep butting heads. That's the point I was trying to make. Like I talked to that woman earlier, and I told her, I said, since I've got a new fleet manager, you know, I've been getting a lot of times that I can't meet. And I said, I don't know why, because even though me and Dave butted heads on things, the times were reasonable. They were reachable. But I've been getting a lot of times here recently that they're not very reachable. Not maybe a whole lot, but I can tell a significant difference from this fleet manager already, who I just started with this week, and him, as far as the time they're giving me to meet the loads. And she said, well, what you got to do is call in and tell us. And I said, well, I'm probably going to have to call y'all almost every load then. So I can definitely tell, like she said, it's the planners that do that. I don't know if I got different planners now that I got a different fleet manager, but I can tell a difference big time. And I told her that. I said, something has changed, because I can tell it. I mean, and it's a big difference, and it's not a good difference. And I told her that. I said, because I don't want to have to call y'all every time, you know, and not only that, I don't want it to show that I'm late all the time on here, because when you're late, it'll pop up on here red and show that you're late. If you're on time, it'll be green, and it looks bad on you when you're late. Like my trainer said, they don't want you to be late all the time, especially if it's appointments like the one I'm going to. They're pretty time sensitive. The Home Depot, I think it is. And I don't want to be late because they're giving me unreasonable times. I'm not trying to just be complaints with you. I'm just telling you the reality of it. I'm not going to sit and smile and say it's all good either. I don't regret getting in a truck. I'm not saying that at all. Don't get me wrong. There's many different companies. I'm getting experience, and I'm making decent money too right now. Pretty good money. I think I heard something the other day, and I thought this was interesting. It said, like, most Americans, like the average salary, annual salary in America was around like $32,000, which isn't a whole lot of money. And I've made less than that before a year. But now as a trucker, your first year, you're going to make probably double that, at least, or more. You're going to make probably more than double that your first year. So starting out in trucking, even you make good money. What I call pretty good money. Now, once you've been in trucking for a little while, you can make really good money. But for me personally, it isn't about chasing really big money. It's about making money to make goals that I want happen, but at the same time having home time with my family. I don't want to trade that home time with my family and be out 2, 3, 4 weeks at a time. You know, 1 week is even longer than I want to be out. I'll be honest, 1 week is longer than I want to be out in the long run. Like, the long run for me is what I'm seeing myself do is local. But anyways, I guess I'm gonna get off here. I've talked the talk. If I could see comments, it would be more interesting, but right now I'm just looking at a camera and I can't see anything. So let me make sure I can't, because I think I can see the live on this, but I don't think I can see comments. Well, it shows 9 people on here, but I don't know if it's going to show the comments. It may be lagging since I pulled this out. So it's showing a live. Oh, I can't see your comments now. What in the world? What's your 20 driver? Don't forget to honk before you back. Are you supposed to do that? I'm just now seeing your Roadhog. I ain't heard from you in a long time. Anthony, look at this. How's it going, Roadhog? I'm just now seeing these comments. I was not ignoring anybody. I could see comments while it was on the GoPro. I guess I can, so that's awesome. So now I can have it on the GoPro and see comments at the same time. I see all your comments now. I would have been responding earlier if I would have knew that. We got Brave. Hello, how are you? So what's the 20? What's the 20? Explain in noob terms. Yeah, there's Roadhog. I haven't heard from him in a long time. Anthony, it's been a little while. Let's get it, Anthony said. Very smooth and clear, not choppy at all. It's not lagging for me. Good, I'm glad to know that. I love that. I love that. I especially love it now that I know I can see my comments while I'm watching it. It right now is I can hear myself talking in this while I'm talking. Brave. I keep mine above my seat and overhead. One tip I can give is to not carry your wallet in your back pocket while driving. Head back a few months ago. Yeah, that wallet is uncomfortable in the back pocket. That's how I ended up locking myself out that day, because I had a key and I put it up there because it was uncomfortable. Well, I'm surprised I can see the comment. Good to hear from you too, Anthony. Roadhog, that's the first time I've heard from him in a long time. Hope he makes use of that cushion as well. My wife broke her back a few years. Oh yeah, I am making use of that cushion. It's just harder to move around while I'm sitting here with it, with the steering wheel right there. But yeah, I like that cushion a lot. A few years back in that exact cushion. Sounds like those cushions are really handy. Let me turn that down. Let me test this out. I turned the volume down on my phone. Let me know if you all can hear. Can you hear me still? Is anybody there? Thank you very much, Roadhog. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you very much. It's good to hear from you, Roadhog. I still want to come visit you if you're okay with that. I talked about you a while back in a video, Roadhog, and said I'd still like to visit you. I hope if you're okay with that, let me know. Hello, Maximum. Still red light, so I'm good. Can you all hear me right now or not? If anybody can hear me, please let me know right now, because I turned the volume all the way down on the phone, because I can hear every word I'm saying on here, and it's throwing me off big time while I'm trying to focus. Got my call from Rail today. Everything sounds good. Going to the hotel Sunday. Oh wow, you're about to start then. Yep, that's what I did. Hear you fine. Awesome, good, because that was throwing me off this whole time. See, I'm learning a little bit at a time. Now I can use my GoPro. I can use my GoPro and I can see your comments at the same time with my phone. And I love this headset. But like the whole time I've been doing this live, I could hear myself talking, and it was throwing me off because I was trying to think, and I could hear myself talking that whole time. And I'm sure y'all notice I talk fast anyways. My wife's always saying, you talk loud and fast. You talk really loud. And my mom said that the other day, you scream. Sounds good, good, I'm glad. I love watching your videos with my 10-year-old son. That's awesome to hear, Tim. Awesome. Glad to hear that. That makes me happy. We hear you. I'm definitely fine with that. Awesome, Roadhog. Good, because I want to come visit you. I really do. We'll do some scrapping, and I think you told me you was going to show me how you split wood, too. I'd love to see that. You do any lives, Roadhog? I'm watching YouTube a whole lot, except for listening to videos mainly when I've been driving, because I can listen to stuff while I'm driving. You know, I can with this or I can put it hook it up to my speaker. I'm good to go. All right, thank you, sir. Have a good weekend. You too. Thank you very much. That guy was really nice. Well, I guess I'm about to get off of here because he said I'm good to go, and this is a time-sensitive load. The light's still red, though, so I'm glad he told me that. Heard there is a physical test when you get there. What do they make you do? Physical test? I did my physical, or I did my DOT physical before I got there. I don't think I ever did a physical test at Rail other than that. Like before I went to Rail, I had to have my DOT physical and my, what's the other thing you had to have? DOT physical. What's the other thing? Somebody help me out here. There's two. Oh, your permit. You gotta have your permit. I bet I don't know what they'd be talking about. Physical. You've done one live, Roadhog. Well, if you do another one, I'll join it if I'm not driving, or if I am, I can listen to you anyways. How to use my Fiskars axe. That's awesome. That's awesome, Tim. My little boy hand splits too, Carter. I'm actually going to give him the axe I got myself with. I'm giving that to Carter, but I am going to put some leggings on Carter from now on. Yes, indeed, Chris. Back at it. It's good to hear from everybody. It's awesome to see y'all. Mike of the North, Maximum, Roadhog, Dan 360. Be careful what you say on video about your driving mistakes and about you. Yeah, I thought about that as well, Dan. Good point. Yeah. I know one guy on YouTube that got fired from Snyder for having a GoPro on his head and talking to the GoPro while he was driving. And I've been concerned about that, but I haven't heard anything yet. Good to hear from Mike of the North. Hey, Dylan and everyone, I'm trucking home today. Always good to hear from Mike. He's a veteran. And don't get me wrong, to anybody, I'm not trying to say nothing bad about trucking. I'm not. But it can be stressful sometimes. Sounds good, Roadhog. He loves seeing Carter split wood. That's awesome. I'll tell Carter that, and he'll love to hear that. When I get home, me and Carter will probably both do some videos, actually. Ministry in the Making, Brave, Roadhog, Anthony, Christopher, Mike of the North, Dan 360, Maximum, Tim, is it Mullane? Yes, Carter needs some. Yeah, I agree, he does. Especially after me getting myself. At least until he gets older. I won't use them to split with, but I won't ever chop again without them, that's for sure. But Carter, to be safe, yeah, I wouldn't ever want him to get himself with an axe. It's good hearing from you all, truly. I mean, it's great doing it, and I'll plan to do these more often. I enjoy doing these lives. But I better get off here because he said I'm done, and this is a time-sensitive load. I didn't know how long it would take him. But it's great hearing from all of y'all. I appreciate it a whole lot, truly. And y'all there getting in a truck, and I wish you the best with it. Roadhog and everybody else, I wish you the best with your lives. I've been talking to some of y'all pretty much since I started. Take her slow and be safe. Yes, indeed, Chris. God bless. God bless you. God bless you, Chris. You know, I used to watch Bob Ross. Y'all probably know who Bob Ross is. He's a painter. Real relaxing voice, real happy guy, positive guy. And you know something I really respect about him was nearly every episode at the end he would say, God bless. God bless. The Bible says to bless, even to bless your enemies. So that's why I try to say that, God bless. Because all the good things that you can say to somebody, when you say God bless, you mean that, you know, towards them. So, good advice. And be patient and get your 1 year in, and then you'll have other options. Yeah, I agree completely, and Mike and Dan, that's a very good point. And I think the same thing. Patience is something I need to work on. I'm a really high-strung person, I guess, and I get impatient, and that's not good. That is very good advice indeed. God bless you. See you again soon. God bless you, Roadhog. It's good hearing from you. Really good hearing from you, Roadhog. Truly. You probably don't even know how glad I am to see you on here. Really. I've always liked you a lot. Hey, brother, how long you been with Rail? I've only been with Rail now. This is the end of week 5 for me on my own. And then I did 3 weeks with my trainer, and then I went 3 weeks, you know, for the CDL thing. But on my own, this is the end of my 5th week. You all take care. It's good hearing from everybody. I've got to go on and move my tandems, close my doors, and start heading towards Home Depot, which is in where is it at? Well, actually, I've got to head to the gas station first. Monroe, Ohio is where Home Depot. Advice, Mike and Dan. Thank you all for that, and you all pray for me. If you pray that I'll have more patience and that I I get through my first year, because I know that once I, like you said, once I get through that, it'll change things significantly for me. I know that. And excuse me, please, for complaining and stuff. I know I don't want to just be complaining and negative either. I don't want to be like that. I need to look at the good things. I'm making pretty good money. I'm getting my experience, and think of the good things too that happen, you know, as well, because there's a lot of them. I don't want to dwell on the negative. See you, Mike. You all take care. God bless everyone. Thank you again for everything. Truly, it's good to hear from y'all. Good to see y'all. Yeah, Roadhog, I've always enjoyed watching your videos and your personality a lot. I truly have. It's very good to hear from you, and everybody else as well. I'm gonna go ahead and get off here, everybody. Thank you all so much for everything, and that's awesome that I can use that GoPro now and see your comments at the same time. I didn't think I'd be able to do that ever. God bless you, Dan. God bless all y'all. Good hearing from all y'all. Truly appreciate it. And you veterans like that, just that advice right there, Dan and Mike, you know, y'all both give me that advice that I know, but just hearing it from people that I know have experience like that, kind of sets it in that much more. Like, I'm definitely gonna take your advice. So hopefully I'll show that more. I don't want to sound ungrateful or nothing like that. I really don't. I don't want to sound like that. So forgive me if I do. But it's good hearing from all y'all. You all take